How it goes, family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully everybody's having a great and exceptional day. Rest in peace to everybody who has passed away, because it just seems like, a friend of mine slash coworker, he says F 2024, because so many deaths have happened in 2024. And I'm starting to say, you know what? I feel you. I'm ready for 2025 in a big, big way. Tomorrow is October 1st. It's Halloween season, so for my Halloween fans, because I've not been really practicing Halloween lately as far as going to Halloween parties and things of that nature. But I think that, matter of fact, the last time I went to a Halloween party was in Houston. Can't believe that was 2 years ago, but that was fun. That was a good time. Yeah, my Halloween fans, I'm a big Halloween fan. Love scary movies, the whole nine. Love to get dressed up in the costumes. I think this year I'm going to find a Halloween party, and I'm just going to be like, you know what? Let's just have a good time. Let's enjoy our life. But yeah, 2024 sucks in a way. It's good because for all of us that are still here, that's what's up. But 2024 sucks in a way because so many people have passed away. And so many people still want to play the mind games of wasting people's time. Stop doing it. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about business partnerships. I'm talking about careers. I'm talking about anything that revolves around people trying to better themselves. That's what I'm all about. Anything that's going to potentially help better oneself, sign me up on some realness. But yeah, man, it's just 2024. It's but 3 months, and we're about to be over with in 2025. Let's have a fresh start, and let's just start it off on a positive note. That's all. I don't care where you're at, where your situation is. There's a brother, I believe he's a paraplegic on my certified paraplegic on my Facebook, and every day. I love this brother's energy. It's always positive. It's, hey, good morning, all. Have a good day. He's got a smile on his face. And that's why I always say this, because this is like, people say, why do you like to post so much content? It's like, at this point, it's just fun. It's, in a sense, it could be therapeutic. Everybody has their way of, going through the therapeutic way. Some people go shopping. Some people smoke weed. Not a fan, but you do what you do. Some people get their drink on. I always say do things in moderation, because if you enjoy something too much and eventually you don't enjoy it so much, it just becomes a habit. For me, therapeutic things is making this content, working out, and traveling. That's the most therapeutic thing for me. So let me know what is the most therapeutic thing for you. That is actually healthy. Not getting your drink on, not getting your smoke on, but something that's actually healthy from a mental perspective and from a physical perspective. Let me know in the comments. Because, everybody has their own version of therapy. And, some people go to a therapist. There's nothing wrong with that. I think sometimes you have to talk to somebody who can gather a level of understanding of what you're going through or what you've been through and help you possibly see the error of your way, or definitely see that, that tomorrow could be a brighter day if you work on certain things. For a lot of people, meditation is very therapeutic. A lot of people do that and yoga, and it just helps them feel better. You know what I mean? And I'm all for it, because I always say life is too short. I think I'm gonna start doing like a Monday motivation, because for a lot of people, including myself, Monday. So people love to call. Every time I go live on my cell phone, somebody wants to call me, even though it's always some spam message. But anyways, they messed my whole groove up. But anyways, yeah. Because I think that can help you live a longer and better life. I'm not gonna act like I'm a therapist. I'm not a mental health professional, but I think anything that is there. The heck is it? Oh, it's a cat. Anything I'm sitting in my driveway right now to see some walking. What the heck is that? Yeah, it's like anything that's therapeutic, I say go for it, as long as it's healthy. That's the main thing. Let it be healthy. And there was a post that I shared today. It was talking about, hey, you have to ensure that that's okay. You have to ensure that you get away from the same circumstances, because I always say this: the comfort zone is the death sentence. And if you only see Like, great example, every city for the most part is like this, is the same. But Houston, I gotta call y'all out because there's one thing about Houston, and then it was like these comedians that lived in Houston or visited Houston often, like I do. They called it out. They was just like, yeah, Houston's probably Houston's a segregated city, not in from a race perspective, but from a what part of the city you live in perspective. And it's like if you live on the north side, south side, east side, west side, people try to not go to those areas. It's not because I don't think it's not necessarily like a gang thing or beefs like that, because every city has gangs, so there's no city is immune from that. But I just think everybody's like, nah, they just don't vibe with the energy over there. Or my personal opinion, I just think because so many people have moved to the city of Houston that the traffic has gotten way worse since the pandemic because of the massive influx of people from the West Coast, and the East Coast, that a lot of people just like, you know what, I'm staying in my area. I'm not trying to deal with all the hassle, and I'm sure a lot of local, and I know that a lot of local Houstonians, because the city, like every other major city in America, is being gentrified. A lot of them that grew up in the city when it used to be cheaper have been pushed out. Like I grew up in the DMV area, Woodbridge, Virginia, right, 30 minutes south of Washington, D.C. When I was a kid, Washington, D.C. was considered a cheap city to live in, but that's back when the crime rate was way worse. Because they always try to talk about the crime rate is the worst. This is why I hate the media. They try to talk about the crime rate being the worst in D.C. now. But I'm like, fool, back in the day, in the 90s, compared to now, man, please, DC was the worst. It was a murder capital, and it wasn't nothing to brag about. It was. So compare to the 90s to now, there's no comparison when it comes to Washington D.C. because back then you didn't have homes that cost $1 million to $2 million, and the average rent in the city is about $3,000. On the cheap end. So let's miss me with all that nonsense. That's why I don't believe in the media. Like, you got to go check places out for yourself, unless there's bombs going off, like you're in a place where there's a bunch of terrorism happening and country is at war. That's a whole different thing. But I'm just talking about the United States of America. Go do a drive-through of yourself. I ain't saying hang out in places and act a fool, because that's how you get caught up. But anyways, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, leave your comfort zone, do something different, and go from there. That's all I can say about that, and just keep it simple. Because if you don't, you put yourself in a precarious position to where, life is going to just pass you by. You just be like, dang, I didn't have a good life, or I had a basic, boring life. There's a show called Love is Blind. It's interesting. Every now and then I gotta watch something that's mindless, and Love is Blind is a mindless show. Okay, so I will say that Love is Blind is a nice mindless show. Okay. So, and it's basically about people talking in pods, and they don't get to see each other. I actually like the concept of it, because it's like, hey, these people are supposed to be serious about getting married. And these people are like, hey, I don't care about the superficial aspect of it, because, to quote Judge Judy, beauty fades, dumb is forever. The whole aspect of the show is, hey, are you going to connect with somebody based off their personality, not the way that they look? Not the superficial aspect of things. That's the whole premise of the show. Some people get married, some people don't, and then they have to, they only have a certain amount of time where they're going to get to live with each other after they meet each other, live with each other, see what life is really like in the real world, because the real world, life happens. People are going to be busy. People are going to be doing things. These things happen. But anyways, long story short, I look at it like this. It's like, these people are taking a risk, and they're going outside of their comfort zone. And they're connecting with people that they never would have been able to connect with. And I think that is the most supreme thing on the planet for people to do, because that getting outside their comfort zone can always change your life. People that have joined like the Peace Corps, people that have been in the military, people that have accepted a job in another country or another state, they know what I'm talking about, because they left their surroundings. They moved into a new city, state, country. They went through different aspects of training and whatnot, and they met people that they most likely never would have connected with if they would have stayed in their hometown. So I'll leave it at that. So get outside. I leave you with this. Get outside your comfort zone. Live your life. And just go for it. Whatever you're trying to do, just go for it. Yeah, I always say just be like Nike and just do it. As long as you don't kill nobody, as long as as long as you don't end up homeless, just be like Nike and just do it and see what happens. So on that note, do the great three things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Don't forget, if you're watching this on Facebook, please go to my YouTube. The link will be in the description. Larry's Anything Goes, LLC. Very simple. Larry's Anything Goes, LLC. Check out my YouTube page. Subscribe. It's free. That's all I ask. Take care. Be blessed. And, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Take care.